Hey everyone, it's Deanna from Deanna Scraps. I am here with a process video for the Crafty Maven Getaway channel, and this layout is for Stash It Monday. And in the beginning you saw the inspiration piece for this week, and unfortunately I looked at the inspiration piece and downloaded the image and did all that and then completely forgot about it while I was looking through my papers. So I might have without knowing, use some of the colors from the inspiration piece, but I didn't do it deliberately, so sorry about that, but it is a really nice inspiration piece this week, so go ahead and check that out. So with Stash It Monday, the whole idea is to go through your stash and try to use some older products. And so that's what I did. I even went through my older photos and picked an old photo to scrap, which I really need to do more of. I have so many old photos, and especially of my nieces. I do albums for my nieces. Well, actually, two of them have graduated now, but Allie, who's in this photo here, she hasn't graduated yet, so I still have her albums that I do. And so I do a lot of like pictures of her when she was younger, or even pictures of her now. And so a lot of the layouts that I do will end up in her album. So I came across this simple stories sheet that had all of those letters on it and decided that I really wanted to cut out the letters and use them on a page. And so what I did was I based my color scheme off of that paper, but it was actually really hard because there were several different colors of pink on that paper, and I really didn't have a choice on which letters I used. You know, the only choice that I really had was what word I was going to use. And so in looking through them, I wanted to, no matter what, I was going to end up using an E or an L. And so there's where the difference in colors were the pink and the greens. So I just decided that, it would work out. There's enough colors on the page that I should be able to match it. And I found this sheet which has the hearts in the like kind of rainbow colors, and for the most part the pinks match. The green doesn't, but I figured it matched it as best as I could. I think the hardest was the pink though, because that O has a very different color of pink than the rest of the sheet of paper, and definitely different than the pink on the E, but I still think it works okay. And I did end up going with just the word love because using love this just seemed overwhelming to the page, because I'm only using one photo and the love this was just too much. So I'm going to play around a lot with some different embellishments, trying to figure out what works well. I want to layer as much as I can on here, and a lot of these are older products. I spent a lot of time going through little containers of just embellishments, different stickers and wood veneers and things that I have received or purchased, either through kit clubs in the past, or just orders that I've done. And so I pulled out a bunch of stuff, and you can see my little dish over to the side there where I have a bunch of stuff just kind of hanging out in the wing waiting for me to use it. And a couple of these things don't end up on the layout, but I just keep playing around trying to see what will work. And I think even after I picked out a bunch of different embellishments and laid them out on the page, I ended up going back into my containers and trying to find some more. So this is a really old, kind of a vellum, almost washi sticker sheet, and I believe I just got that from a Freckled Fawn kit, like one of their embellishment kits, ages ago. And I thought the colors were kind of nice, especially just because they had the yellow and the blue, and then the hearts had just several different colors. So I used those two just to kind of connect those embellishments to the bottom of the page. And I do a lot of sewing on this layout too. I did it in phases. So first I did the sewing across the word love, and then I added, just now I showed you, I added sewing around the border of the white sheet of paper. And that was a basic gray piece of paper. I don't know if I mentioned where these papers came from, but the one with the hearts is the basic gray paper. And here I'm showing you I had a brad, and I just literally pulled off the top of that brad, and it just came right off, which made it really easy for trying to figure out where I wanted it to go instead of poking a hole and, making a mistake. So this is where I dug through more of my stash. I wanted to add a little bit more cork because I felt like the word hello, I really wanted to use that, but I felt like it stood out from the rest of the embellishments on the page. Like it really didn't match. But once I added those butterflies, I felt like it was a lot better. So I'm still playing around. Another thing that I haven't been able to decide yet with this layout is where I want to mat the main page. So I know that I'm going to use that pink cardstock, but I don't know if I want it to be, right in the middle, or do I want to butt it up against one of the edges? I couldn't decide, and you'll see me play with that every once in a while. I've probably already done it, but I ended up with a kind of a unique way to make my decision, or I guess to get the best of both worlds. I don't know. And then here I'm looking through, I really felt like it was missing something, and I do use black a lot on my pages, so I was like, well, maybe it's black. So I decided to use some of these word or phrase stickers from Tim Holtz, and it's the small talk, and they just have really cute sayings on them. I'm trying to figure out where that fits. And then here I am playing again with where I'm going to put that, and I just decided that I'm going to actually have it go close to the edge on the bottom, but not all the way, so it still has a small tiny border, but there's a bigger border around the left hand side and the top of the layout. And I like the way that worked out. So there's where I had gone and looked through my stash some more, and I found this ampersand in cork, and I just layered that there. And I also went through and found a bunch of different enamel dots to use on the page. I'm just doing a little bit of journaling, just talking about how cute she looks, and while her sisters are playing ball, and that, it'll be her turn soon. She ends up playing ball and really gets into sports as she gets older. She's a hockey player now, but softball was the big thing for the girls when they were younger. So with the enamel dots, I tried to use a green that would match that L, and I don't know if it's very noticeable, but I think it helps a little bit. And I'm just using a brown, like almost like a wood grain, and then a pink and the green. And so that's the end of the layout. There's some still shots coming up. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the layout, and I will catch you next time.